So before I explain the remaining charts in the modeling results, I will explain the filtering options that you have available. Now over here in this column, you have a lot of options which allow you to filter through the modeling results. Now, let's say that you have all these models and you look at it and it's nice, but you have prior knowledge that there are certain variables, certain effects that must be present always because they must have some effect on your outcome. So you only want to look at models that have that term present. So if we consider the main effect of x5 as our prior knowledge that it must always be present because we think that it does indeed have an effect on the response, what we can do is click on this drop down over here, force effects in the model, and click on that effect. And now your results are filtered in this chart and the subsequent charts too, and we only look at models where that term is present all the time. Now, it may be that you have some prior knowledge that there are certain terms that really don't have an effect on your process. So let's say you have this interaction x4 times x5, and you know that this really shouldn't be present, and you don't want to look at models that have this term. So then you can do the opposite, which is force effects not in the model, and I can click on x4, x5 over here, and then now I'm just looking at terms that are not present, or not. I'm looking at models that don't have x4, x5 in them. Then the next option is heredity. So this is something I've explained in one of the previous videos. Heredity is a concept where you again make certain assumptions about your higher order terms with respect to your first order terms. So if you assume that you have second order terms and they must always be accompanied by their corresponding first order terms, then you would click on strong heredity. So if I have an interaction effect between two variables, let's say x1 and x5, and then I know from prior knowledge that okay, these variables x1 and x5 both must also have an individual linear effect, and they must always be present with this interaction in the model, then you can click on strong heredity over here, and therefore whenever this interaction pops up in a model, or you have models that are displayed here that have this interaction, the corresponding main effects will also be present. Now in this case, you may see models where the corresponding main effects are not present because these other options are also checked. But now you will see that if you have x1, x5 in model 2, then you both have x5 and x1.